All right, here we go. We've been telling you about the dramatic impact of new guidelines limiting ICE when it comes to making arrests at the border. Deportations plummeting 20% from March to April. How do you figure this? But apparently this isn't enough for DHS Secretary Mayorkas, who tells the Washington Post his review of the agency not over, and he still expects significant changes. One ICE official telling the paper, quote, "It's a weird, frustrating time. It feels like the administration does not have our backs." Close quote. Here to react, Fox News contributor, former acting ICE director Tom Homan. Tom, we already see the negativity, and you see these numbers. They should be through the roof because our border is almost wide open. We catch it on video in broad daylight. So if the changes are bad already, what do you fear could be next?
I think immigration enforcement is going to be completely off the table. I mean, it already is. You can be an illegal alien in this country, walk up to an ICE agent today and tell them, I'm here illegally. I entered the country illegally last year. A judge ordered me to leave. I didn't leave. What are you going to do about it? ICE officers can no longer enforce immigration law. Being here illegally is no longer illegal in the eyes of this administration. Illegal immigration is no longer a priority of this administration. I think they're going to continue that, where they're going, and what a bad message to send the rest of the world, especially with the border crisis, is that even if you turn yourself in the Border Patrol, even if you lose your case, get order removed, no one's going to remove you because you're no longer a priority for this administration. So
what I find really disconcerting is that you also have a movement to the left of Mayorkas, if it's possible, if there's daylight there, to even allow gang members to stay here. So ICE can't even pursue outward criminals.
Look, they want to transform an agency that made 32,000 criminal arrests last year, Brian, not immigration arrests where they investigated somebody and charged them with a crime. 32,000. They prevented almost 8,000 people from getting a visa to come to this country because of derogatory information or terrorist ties. Almost 8,000 people they prevented from coming to the country with those type of connections. They saved over 1,000 children from sex predators, child exploitation, several hundred women from sex traffickers. They seized over 6,000 pounds of fentanyl. They seized enough fentanyl last year to kill every man, woman, and child in this country twice. So this is an agency they want to radically transform. It's just incredible. Right.
It's going to be Democratic congressmen and senators that have to stand up and say this is not acceptable, whether it's Senator Kelly, Sinema, whether it's Congressman Gonzalez and Cuellar. They have to make the move. Then they'll listen. Meanwhile, a great moment for you and your family as your son graduates on the same stage of you in a graduation ceremony. He will be joining law enforcement. What was that like for you at his graduation?
Well, look, I'm a proud dad, right? And I went to the same facility that I stood on that stage, 37 years ago and got my first badge. So, not just him, for all the men and women that stood on that stage yesterday that are willing to take this job on in this anti-enforcement environment, especially anti-ICE rhetoric going on right now. These young men and women stood there yesterday. They took their badge. They're going to serve their nations. Despite all the rhetoric out there, they're going to put their lives on the line. I'm not only proud of him, I'm proud of everybody stood on that stage because these are the finest 1% this country has. When you talk about first responders, whether they're police officers, firemen, or military, finest 1% this country has. For them to take this on, right. I'm proud of him, and I'm proud of everybody stood on that stage. It was a good moment for me because I stood in that very same place 37 years ago. And it's nice to see that there's men and women still willing to step up and do that job.
And, with Father's Day just a few weeks away, he watched you do what you do, the sacrifices you made, and said, I want to do what my dad does. That's got to be a great feeling.
It is. Look, I'm proud of what I've done in my career, and every man and woman I met yesterday. And I met them all yesterday before the event. They're all excited about this new challenge they're on. And I told them, I said, look, I sat in that very chair down there as a GS5 back in 1984. I never thought I'd be the first ICE director that came up to the ranks that President Trump nominated me. I said, so, there's no end to your dreams. Keep doing that job and keep protecting America because you're doing the right thing for this nation.
Absolutely. And I tell you, I like your hair shorter. The way it is, Tom. That was a great picture of you when you graduated. I'll tell you, I talked to an officer last night, and he's been doing this for over 20 years, and I said, are you going to stay in? He said, yeah, I'm not going to get forced out. His partner said the same thing. Just because there's an anti-police environment, a lot of us are deciding to double down and do their job even better because they have a lot of pride in their career. And I feel like you and your son have the same thing. Tom Homan, thanks so much. Congratulations.